Albert Fish, remembered as the Gray Man, is a name that sends chills through the annals of true crime history. Born in 1870 in Washington, D.C., Fish grew up in a family struggling with mental health issues. His father, 75 years old at the time of Fish's birth, passed away when Albert was just 5 years old, leaving his mother overwhelmed and financially strained. Unable to cope, she placed him in an orphanage, a decision that would leave a lasting impact on his psyche. At St. John's Orphanage, Fish was subjected to harsh discipline, including physical punishments. Instead of recoiling, young Albert developed a warped connection between pain and pleasure, which would shape his actions later in life. When his mother regained stability and removed him from the orphanage, the damage had already been done. His behavior grew increasingly strange, and he began displaying early signs of deep psychological issues. As an adult, Fish moved to New York City, where he lived a seemingly ordinary life. Behind closed doors, however, he harbored dark thoughts and engaged in disturbing behavior. By the 1920s, his crimes escalated. He targeted vulnerable children, luring them with promises of work or small gifts. His actions were horrifying, but his facade as a quiet, elderly man allowed him to go unnoticed for years. In 1928, Fish answered an advertisement from Edward Budd, a young man seeking work. Posing as a kind employer, Fish visited the Budd family and fixated on Edward's younger sister, 10-year-old Grace Budd. Under the guise of taking her to a party, Fish gained the family's trust and left with Grace. She was never seen again. For years, the case remained unsolved. Then, in 1934, the Budd family received a chilling letter. Though horrifying, the letter provided critical clues that led police to Fish's doorstep. When detectives confronted him, he confessed not only to Grace's murder, but also to other crimes spanning decades. Fish's trial began in 1935, capturing nationwide attention. Despite his claims of hearing voices and his attempts to plead insanity, the jury found him guilty. On January 16, 1936, Albert Fish was executed by electric chair. His death marked the end of a reign of terror and brought closure to families who had suffered unimaginable loss. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and the tireless work of law enforcement to bring justice to victims and their loved ones. While the story of Albert Fish is deeply disturbing, it also highlights the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring fight for justice.